Dricus DU Plessis will lose to Khamzat Chimaev, guys. And it's not just Dricus' fault. At first, I was like, man, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's all Dricus. Okay, fighters in general should have, I don't want to say a delusional amount of confidence in themselves, but fighters in general, they should believe in themselves. As a fighter, if you don't feel like you're the best in the world, or you're going to go in there and put the beats on someone like Dr. Dre, you probably aren't in the right sport, or you're probably not a very good fighter. I have no problem with Dricus or fighters being very delusionally confident, like, oh, I can go in, I can grapple with this guy, I can go in and I can do whatever. To be honest, I'll give Dricus some credit. From what I've heard from Dricus, he says, like, Khamzat's going to get me down. It's going to, like, I know he's going to get me down, it's obvious, but I'm going to get back up. Like, hearing Dricus say stuff like that and hearing Dricus say stuff, like, along the lines of, I know he's strong, like, the first 2 rounds going to be hell for me, but, you know, after that, rounds 3, 4, and 5, I'm going to shine. I've seen Dricus say stuff along these lines, so I understand that Dricus understands how hard of a fight this is going to be for him. Now, his coach, these South Africans and their mindsets, man, I'll give them credit, like, yeah, a little bit confident, but as a coach, you shouldn't be more confident than the fighter because they're the fighter. I feel like a coach should, if a fighter is very confident, the coach should be the one to be like, listen, bro, you're the best, but be aware of this guy. Be aware of that. Understand that this guy's going to be good at this. The coach, Dricus DU Plessis' head coach, just not doing that. He's doing the opposite, where it's almost like it looks like he's the guy. He's the one being like, Dricus is the bro. He's going to beat him everywhere. He's going to beat him here, here, here. And Khamzat's a bum. And then Dricus is over here like, nah, Khamzat's a hard fight, but I'm going to give my all. And I'm not trying to hate on the coach for this, but I am going to hate on him for it. I'm not trying to hate on him for it, but I'm going to hate on him for it. And I'm going to show you guys a video in the context that I'm talking about so you guys can actually understand what I mean when I say his coach is almost disrespecting and underestimating Khamzat Chimaev. Now, when your coach is doing this, I feel like it's going to create a bad mindset for the fighter. I do think Dricus is smart enough to see through his coach just kind of trying to gas him up or like gas Khamzat down. And like, Dricus still understands he's a hard fight, but let me start beating around the bush and show you the context I actually am addressing so you guys know what I'm talking about. So this is Dricus DU Plessis' coach. You're kind of talking about the matchup, talking about like the wrestling and all that. And just look what he says. I'll play it.
Khamzat doesn't know what it is when people want to wrestle him. He's only facing guys who's trying to get away from his wrestling. We don't want to try to get away from his wrestling. We want to him up in his game.
Already, bro. I'm going to be real, guys. Already. Talking about, I don't want to get away from his wrestling. We want to wrestle. We want to wrestle. You don't want to wrestle. Say it how it is. You don't want to wrestle. And if you believe, or if you're writing up a game plan right now that's like, let's wrestle, let's stall it, then let's wrestle. Brother, I just don't know where to start with you. Like, you are so far gone and so mistaken. And you are hyping up your fighter really well, and you're underestimating the actual grappling caliber of a Khamzat Chimaev. If you're really going in there talking about, nah, dude, I have the game plan for this guy, dude. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna wrestle. I wish I had a good South African accent. Man, I wish I was bedtime acting. I wish I could just rip a good South African accent. I never said that, mate. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna wrestle. He doesn't believe it, and if he believes it, and he's actually writing up a game plan that's kind of in line with this, he's gonna get Dricus submitted in the first 25 seconds of the fight. He's going to get Dricus hurt badly. And I like Dricus. You know, I like both fighters. I'm in a weird predicament that, like, I really just want the best guy to win. But I don't want someone to go in with a bad game plan and then lose and blame the game plan because the coach is just being an idiot. That would be the most frustrating thing ever if Dricus gets destroyed, but it's because he plays into the game. You know? Talking about, like, he goes against people who wants to get away from his wrestling. We want to wrestle. What else are you supposed to do when Khamzat shoots a fucking double leg at 50 miles per hour, grabs a hold of you? Of course they're going to try to get away with that shit. You're not going to try to scramble and roll on the ground with him unless you want to get your ass whooped. You know, see, this is my problem. Say Dricus gets up. What? Coach, shoot at him now, Dricus. Shoot at him. Shoot at him. Is this coach going to be in the corner talking about, let's stall it, let's wrestle? If you're thinking that, you're delusional. So stop trying to say that we don't want to get away from his wrestling. We want to fuck him up in his game. You're an imbecile, idiotic fool with no hairline if you actually trying to get Dricus to go in there and have a straight up wrestling match. And you're going to be the reason Dricus gets the beats on him like Dr. Dre, hands on him, lots of bass. When I say lots of bass, I mean lots of bass. Stop doing this to him, bro. Don't set him up for failure, as his coach especially. You know, I'm glad that Dricus understands this, but as a coach especially, you shouldn't try to go in there and be like, yeah, dude, I think we should just go in there and just fucking wrestle. That just lead to a disaster class. I hope he doesn't do it. But let's continue hearing these stupid takes. Trust me, it even gets worse. It keeps getting worse. Like, the more he talks, it just gets the worst.
You can't think that you're going to beat my guy coming with one thing, and that's wrestling.
I don't really mind this, but, like, It's the same thing Whitaker said. It's Usman. Bro, I'll be real. Everyone before the fight's like, you're not going to go in there just because you're so good at this and beat my guy. The way he says, my guy. Brother, you're not the one in the matchup, dude. He reminds me of one of the people who say, we're going to go in there. Well, to be fair, he's his coach. But, like, I'm not jacking this whole, like, I am Dricus DU Plessis. Brother, you're his coach, brother. You're not going to beat my guy. Bitch out, I'll be right in the neck. Shut the fuck up. Like, don't be trying to jack this narrative. Yeah, my guy, dude. I built this guy. He did build him up for a break, and he is teaching him how to fight like an imbecile, but it's still like he's still working. I'll give him credit there. But I think the coach's cockiness is gonna be to Dricus' demise. It's gonna ultimately hurt Dricus, how kind of delusionally confident this guy is. But time will tell, man. Time will tell. But let's see him continue, because he's not gonna beat my guy or just or just a one-dimensional approach. What else?
That guy's one-dimensional. Have you seen his stand-up? I won't even give him a pro license for his stand-up.
Have you seen his stand-up? Okay. Let him finish.
He doesn't present any problem for us. We are the problem.
He doesn't present any problem for us. We're the problem. Have you seen this guy stand up? I wouldn't give him a professional license for this. Let me say something about this goofball, this buffoon. This fucking... Oh, let me just say something about this goofy guy. First and foremost, you wouldn't give him a pro license for a stand-up. And I'm not going to hate, because we've all seen Dricus stand up. Visually, Dricus is just the most appealing striker of all time. His stand-up is fucking nasty, man. Yeah, Dricus stand up. Yeah, baby, yeah. We got to give that guy a professional plus license. We got to give this guy a pro max license. What's above professional? Give it to Dricus, because his stand-up is beautiful. But you're looking at Khamzat's stand-up. That's a lot more crisp, a lot more traditionally sounding. Like, yeah, I wouldn't give that guy a pro license. I wouldn't give that guy a pro. He looks horrible on the feet. Bro, it's almost like preaching to the choir, brother. Like, bro, it's not preaching to the choir. That was a bad metaphoric terminology attempted by me. Let me try this again. That's almost like throwing stone from a glass house. Yeah, baby, yeah. That's a good one right there. Throwing stone in a glass house. Bro, you can't go in here and say, man, have you seen his stand-up? I wouldn't give that guy a pro license. When Dricus literally stands up and strikes like, all right, fuck it, dude. Cowbunga time, dude. Let's get in there and fucking hit the waves, dude, and fucking gnarliness. That's how he strikes. Now, I don't mind him criticizing Khamzat's striking, but trying to act like his striking is like Dricus' striking is so much superior. I actually think Dricus has a striking advantage. People might chat a little bit iffy about that. Yes. Like what Khabib said, is Khamzat the better boxer? Probably. But like I do think as the fight elongates, like just getting in a straight striking match with Dricus is like a disaster, because he's just going to jump at you with these stupid strikes. My point being said is him trying to be hypercritical about Khamzat striking when Dricus striking is not that pretty either. It just seems stupid. And Dricus does get hit a lot. He does get like touched up a lot. It's not like he's defensively crazy responsible. He gets get touched. Khamzat can definitely touch him. Khamzat has the power to put away people to sleep. You see the GM3 fight. You're underestimating Khamzat crazy. You have this mindset that he's super one-dimensional. And is he one-dimensional in a sense? Sure. He's a one-dimensional fighter in the fact that I'm so good at this fight style, I could go in there and I could beat the best in this. We only seen this one other time with Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm so good at this one style. All these guys are going to go their fucking 10-week training camp, you know, just prepping for my wrestling. But they're going to get in there and they're ultimately going to get out-wrestled and out-grappled and destroyed by me. Whitaker had a camp for Khamzat twice before that fight. Knocked out Ikram because Ikram stepped in, and then again fought Khamzat, still lost him. Do you know how much weeks straight that was? 24 fucking weeks of just prepping for this guy's wrestling. Wasn't enough to do it. Now, Dricus being a worse defensive wrestler than Whitaker, you know, getting taken down by everyone who's fought him, even Wizard by Izzy, you know. I'm not saying Izzy can't wrestle, but my point is, Dricus acknowledges it. Dricus understands he's going to get taken down. Your coach talked about, first of all, we don't want to run for your wrestling. We want to play straight into that game. My guy is a better wrestler than you. My guy. I'm going to start ripping the my guys now. My guy is a fucking legit fucking wrestler, man. You know? Saying stupid stuff like that and then going in and saying, yeah, but anyways, you're one-dimensional anyways. This, you know, my guy's stand-up's amazing. Have you seen your guy stand up? I want to give him a pro license. And at the end of the thing, he says, he's not a problem for us. We're the problem. He's not a problem for us. Yeah, Khamzat's just not really a problem. This coach is beyond delusional, and I don't mind people being confident in their fighter, but there's a difference between confidence and delusion. He's off-writing how good Khamzat is blatantly. Like, he's not giving Khamzat any respect. I haven't heard one time he says, you know what? This guy's good at grappling. He's one of the best grapplers. He's going to probably out-grapple my guy early, but it's a dogfight. That's stuff Dricus says. The first 2 rounds are gonna be hell, but we still got 3, 4, and 5. I'm good, and that's where I'm gonna thrive. I've heard Dricus say that in the UFC countdown, word for word, verbatim. He said stuff like this. Dricus understands his coach. What his wrestling, bro? We're the wrestlers here. We're not gonna run away from it. We're gonna engage in it. He's one-dimensional. He sucks. His stand-up is the worst thing ever. I want to give him a pro license for it. He's not the problem at all. He's not a problem for us at all. We're gonna run through him. My guy. My guy's going to run through him. You're going to be the reason Dricus gets embarrassed worse than it probably needs to be. Do I think Dricus will lose? Probably, regardless of the game plan? Sure. But if Dricus is going to actually listen to his coach, or if his coach is actually trying to say things that he actually means, talking about, we're not going to run away from the wrestling. We want to fuck him up in his own game. Brother, Shibal. Like, you don't care, do you? You don't like your fighter? Coaches need to find a healthy balance. This coach is not doing that at all. The fighter should not be more level-headed than the coach. I like fighters who are like brain-deadlessly confident in themselves, like the Ilia Topuria. Dricus is too. But even those fighters understand throats. Bro said throats. Hey, yo. They understand threats. They understand threats. They understand when someone's game in front of them, because at the end of the day, they're stepping into the octagon. This coach has a lot of yap, a lot of mouth, and a lot to talk about, because he knows at the end of the day, I'm not going in there, but my guy's world champion, so I know he's going to cook him. Bro, like, this coach, man, I can't wait to see the look on his face when Khamzat's on top of your guy, has his back flattened out, and he's starting to rain down punches, and Dricus just not responding. Not that he's hurt or something. His arms tucked in. He couldn't move. They stopped the fight. He looks up like, fuck, coach, what happened? So my guy, he's gonna get on the. My guy wasn't ready. My guy, we underestimated. He's gonna say the excuse that we underestimated him. No, it's not a we. Don't try to throw in Dricus if the fight is lost by Dricus. Don't try to say we underestimated him. I want you to say I underestimated him. I didn't believe that he was as good as he is. I thought his striking was so one-dimensional to a point where I wouldn't give him a pro boxing license. I thought his wrestling was so overrated. The only reason he did good against people is because people try to get away from his wrestling. Because why would you try to get away with his wrestling? We're gonna bring them in the wrestling. We're gonna beat him at his own game. Because Dricus has beat everyone else in their own game. He landed on Izzy pretty well. He outstruck Strickland. That's his own game. So he's gonna go in there and he's gonna beat Khamzat in his own game. Brother, you guys, I don't feel like his coach understands how good of a grappler Khamzat is. Guys, I don't think you even understand how good of a grappler Khamzat is. I believe Khamzat is the best grappler in the world. In the world, guys. I swear to you, I believe that. This is not even me, like, being caught. I seen him wrestle with these Olympic wrestlers. I seen his movement. I seen his reversals. There's some things he does that I'm like, how, bro? He's very strong, too. He's just very special. And his coach thinks he's just a good MMA wrestler. He's not just a good MMA wrestler. It's deeper than just good MMA wrestling. It's world class. You've never seen this before. Generational talent. Khabib was generational talent. This means he'll go into the same game plan every single time, and you're going to prep for it your whole life. But when you get in the octagon with him, the power a little bit different, the hairline a little bit different. Maybe he looks a little bit more handsome in real life, and he smashes you. This is what his coach is not expecting, but this is what his coach is going to get. Dricus is strong physically. He's ready. He feels like he's ready. He gets taken down by everyone, but this is not everyone. Yes, you're getting taken down by everyone like Darren Till and out-scrambled by these guys, but this isn't Darren Till. Yeah, I know you might lose these scrambling matches to Till, but guess what? This isn't Till. So if you're losing to Till and scrambling, if you're getting molly-whopped by Derek Brunson in the first 3 minutes of fight off of straight-up wrestling, getting controlled by him for over 2 minutes for straight-up wrestling, and you think you're going to go in there with Khamzat and you're going to go beat him at his own game, may God have mercy on your soul. You imbecile idiot, bro. You as a coach never hustle with the stars. You never tussle with the law. You never even shook your homie hand after they punched you in the jaw. You're the one who's nothing but a fraud. If Dricus loses, does not mean he's a fraud. It makes you the fraud because you underprepared the guy because you're talking out your lip like you know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing. I know more than you. And if me and you were in the ring, you better hope it wouldn't be a thing because I put the beats on you badly, boy. Because I know more and I will not underestimate you and I will not say you're I want to say your strike is not that. Let's go. I want to say all this stupid stuff that underestimates my opponent. As a coach, I would literally let Dricus know, God, listen, you're going to get fucking rolled in the first 2 minutes. What are you going to do about it? You're going to get up and you're going to keep fighting. Yeah. You're going to get up and you're going to keep fighting. You're not going to be like a girl about it. This guy's going about it wrong, talking about, we're going to beat him in his own game. We're going to beat him in the wrestling. I'm going to punch. Like, you're going to get your fighter hurt, and it's going to get me mad because I don't really want to see Dricus hurt that bad. but I know he's going to get his ass whooped because his coach is going on with the wrong mindset. You know, if you're struggling to pick between Dricus and Khamzat, I hope this video convinced you alone that Dricus is probably not going to win, not only because he's kind of outmatched in the grappling heavily, but also the fact that his coach is not taking this guy as seriously as he needs to be. I believe his coach is going to be his ultimate downfall. Not the only thing to blame. Of course, the skill gap is very evident in the grappling, regardless of if his coach underestimated him or not. But at least if his coach was taking it more seriously, Dricus will understand the situation, how dire it is. And he'll understand that, listen, this guy's legit. My coach warned me he's going to be this legit. But his coach putting all these lows and these sweet whispers in his ears, when he gets in the octagon, he's going to be like, wait, he's so much better than we thought. He's so much stronger than you thought. He's so much bigger. He's so much just better in everywhere. What the hell's going on? Why didn't my coach warn me about this? I knew about it, but my coach was kind of writing it off, so I didn't feel like it was as good. Maybe I thought I was overestimating him, but turns out he's just that good. That's going to be his mindset when he's getting picked up and dragged around the carcass and getting put in a choke and probably panic tapping. I'm telling you right now, Khamzat Chimaev is likely going to get it done. It's all going to be his coach's fault, or not all of it, but most of it be his coach's fault for not taking the guy seriously and not successfully helping his fighter out prior to the fight. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's it for me, and God bless. 2, 3.